Welcome back to Vigor. It's your boy, Stealth Jet, leader of the JSS. I paused because I want you to listen. It's raining. And if you listen even closer, you can hear water in the background. So we know that we're going to spawn on the coast. And there's thunder. We're going to spawn on the coast and it's raining. Which can only mean one thing. We either spawn next to the sawmill or a little bit further down from the sawmill. And sure enough, we're a little bit further down from the sawmill. Now, what does this mean? Is this good or is this bad? Well, in the upcoming video, you're going to see me spawn right here as well. And I'm going to run into somebody. So, hindsight says, this is okay. It's not the best spawn. In my opinion, the best spawn on this map is near the cars on the other side of the map that takes you to the exit. As in, you know, that road, all the way on the other end of the map. In my opinion, that's the best spawn. In my opinion. But, gotta make do with what we got. And so, we are here on Sagbruk. I bought out my trusty H-Bar T. But I didn't expect it to be raining. That is an obstacle that I'm gonna have to cross. Or climb mentally. And when I say climb mentally, I mean this. You can't really hear a lot when there's rain and there's thunder. I mean, it helps to a degree, but it also hurts to that same degree. In some sense, I guess you can say everybody's on a lowered, even playing field. What I just said was, we're all playing the same game with the same disadvantage. Assuming everybody here is wearing headphones. Assuming. But you see my objective. My objective is to get to the sawmill. And we hear some gunshots. I believe those are the only gunshots you're going to hear this entire encounter. There may be about 2 or 3 more series worth of gunshots. But I believe those are the only gunshots you're going to hear this encounter. And so watch how I play. The deeper I get into the game and I don't hear anything. Just watch that. And so, I'm going to check the sawmill. Don't get shot at. Don't hear any footsteps. Keep moving. And yeah, I know I'm crouching out in the open. But we don't know what's going on. Remember, we haven't heard only but one set of gunshots. And the longer the game goes on, you see me here cautiously checking that ridgeline. Yes, I know it's next to impossible to see anybody on that ridge, but it's better to check than to just run out in the open and get blasted by a machine gun. You know what I'm saying? And so as I do this move right here, walk out in the open, things don't seem right. Things don't seem right at all. Nobody's here. Or at least that's what it seems like. And look at this. I'm out here walking on top of pretty much the most open area in the sawmill. And nothing's happening. What I'm doing right now is the equivalent of dipping your foot, not your toe, but your foot, in the hot behind water that you put in a tub and seeing how hot it is. Nothing's happening. And now I'm getting worried. Because silent encounters are not the best encounters. When you hear a lot of gunshots, you know people died. But when you don't hear gunshots, that's mad unsettling. Mad unsettling. And so that's why you see me crouching. Doing nothing but crouching. And yes, I went into the sawmill and came back out. Nothing happened. Plot twist. Somebody is right there. Do they see me? No. Are they gonna die? Yes. And forgive me for my horrible aim just now, but I literally just got spooked. And this guy had nothing on him but a gal, so I guess I'll take it. I mean, free ammunition, why not? So now I got a secondary of a secondary. An Uzi. From what I can recall in eliminations, this thing is pretty accurate, so why not? I guess I'll take it. Now, we heard one set of gunshots, and I took out one guy. If anything, that means 2 people died, and the rest are still here. If they haven't already exited themselves. But listen. Nothing. Again, this is worrying me. And you see I keep flashing my consumable wheel. Because I'm thinking, maybe it'll be the right choice to use a PSD. But then it hits me that it's not the right time right now. The game is only but a quarter of the way done. What I just said was, we are about halfway in the match to where the airdrop is going to land. And you see me here checking. The time safe and barred house are a decent distance away from each other. But the time safe is right next to the detector. If anybody hits that time safe, what are they going to do next? Probably get the detector. Probably. And right here I realized there's no point in crouching out in the open, so I might as well walk. And still, nothing. And yeah, you're probably saying, but Jet, you're not going around the map. Even if I did go around the map, the same silence. Look at this. I stood out in the open and deconstructed something. Did not get shot. But as I was saying, even if I did go around the map, that wouldn't have an outcome. I wouldn't have a change in the outcome that is no gunshots. Me walking around the map does not entice people to shoot other people. And I'm trying it again. Looking out the windows, I get a bad feeling from that area. Look over here on the ridge line. Still nothing. Visibility is poor, but my untrustworthiness of this encounter right here is at an all-time high. All-time high. You see I'm crouching right here. I don't want to get hurt, but I also don't want to get spotted. Right here, sitting down, listening. Don't hear anything. Don't hear anything at all. Keep going. Keep going. Check up there. Don't see anything. Keep going. Keep going. Hear a troll? Okay, it's fine. I already got all of you. Keep going. Think about using a detector. Think about it. About to jump. And something catches my eye. And so I walk back. And I kid you not. Somebody's right there. Yeah. I know. You probably didn't see him the first time around. And I damn sure didn't. But look at this. Look at this. Don't pay attention to how I missed that first bullet. Pay attention to how I walked directly past dude and he didn't turn around. My boy was set on killing whoever went to that detector. So much so, to the point where he didn't hear me literally crossing behind him about a foot behind his body. Did he hear me? I don't know. He probably did hear me, but stayed put because he didn't want to give away his location by moving. And so with him dead, now I think it's safe to use the detector. And I use it, go back over the fence, go prone right here and look. This man placed 4 transmitters in a row to the time safe. Why did he do that? I have no idea. No idea. And so, with the detector hit, we know pretty much 4 of those dots are transmitters. You can take 4 transmitters out with you into the Outlands. The other 2 dots, those gotta be people. And so I have the inkling to go over here to the barred house and see what I can find. When I say find, I mean see somebody. But here's the thing. In order to maintain a low profile, you gotta be low profile. Especially when the map is cloudy. Because in some sense, cloudy is worse than daylight. What I mean by that, let's say somebody's on the railroad tracks to my left. All they gotta do is glance up and see the tips of, well, the butts of my rifles moving. In my opinion, it's way easier to spot something when it's a low visibility than high. Because like I said, you can see anything against gray. Anything against gray. But you can't, it's going to be harder to detect whenever it's sunlight. Actually, it's kind of situational now I think about it. It's really situational. But right here, I'm waiting and I'm watching. Yes, I know the time safe has been unlocked. But maybe the guy is just as untrustworthy as me. Maybe he's still in there. Maybe he left. But I want to find out if he's still here. And so, I have a great overview of that house. The airdrop is still down there. Nobody took it yet. Remember, there are only 2 other Outlanders in the encounter. Now use a PSD, and I'll be damned. The only thing this thing picks up is that transmitter behind me. Maybe that guy had a big brain. Maybe. But just because that transmitter's behind me, I have no idea who is going for the airdrop. And yes, I know what you're saying, but Jet, use a detector. Wait. Wait for it. You'll see why I don't use a detector in just a moment. And so with that in mind, I decide, get the safe. It hasn't been unlocked yet. And this is the reason why I don't want to use a detector. Radiation. But Jet, if you're so afraid of radiation, what does that guy do with not using a detector? Look. We know there's 2 Outlanders here, right? Would it make sense for me to use a detector and then use a time safe immediately afterwards? If anybody's nearby or at an exit, they can pick and choose which exit I'm gonna go to. And second reason is I'm already giving away my position. I'm already doing it because I just unlocked the time safe. People already know where the 2 Outlanders already know where I'm at. I just have the con of not knowing where they are at. So it's a trade-off. The trade-off is get detected. Well, the cost is to get detected. The profit is loot or to know where others are. And to know where others are is the only positive profit. To get detected is a negative profit. And you see, I'm running into transmitters everywhere. But I can't destroy them. Not worried about it. Radiation's here. If you have watched my streams at any given point, you'll have heard me say, I die more times to radiation than any random bullet fired by an Outlander. And it sucks because there's no rifle here. Yes, that does kind of suck. And I take a mortar strike, even though I got a plan for it. And now I gotta run like hell. I gotta run like hell. Am I going to use a detector on the way out? Nope. You know why? Time. It is a race against time. And you see right there, I was thinking, I could take the log path out the sawmill. I could. But I'd rather do this. At least here, if I get shot at, I have cover. And you see, I look at those toolboxes because they weren't open before. I came through here, well, I looked at this house before I came through here initially, and those were closed. And so now my untrustworthiness is very high. At this point, I'm expecting crows to be at this exit. Expecting it. And I'm looking down here to see if I find that little island with all the goodies on it. And I'm pretty sure I've already passed it, so I'm not even going to worry about it. But look at my health. It's already about 30% gone. If I run into any crows here, I'm pretty much a dead man unless I get a jump on whoever's here. And so I decide to go to the left of this rock, stick to the low ground, keep running. Once I get to about right here, and I hit the 3-second mark, which is now, I know I'm good. I'm safe. And I'm gone. I cannot tell you how sharp my nerves were in that encounter. Because you didn't hear anything. When people are quiet in the encounter, that's actually more dangerous than people being loud. Because when people are quiet, they're not moving. They're sitting still. And that guy going prone right in front of the damn detector, that is easily the best example I can show you. If I would have assumed safety and said, you know what, let me just hit this detector real quick, I would have died. That guy was prone, 100% accuracy. With a sumi, I would have died. Easily would have died. Now that guy with the gal, he just so happened to cross my path. I'm not even gonna lie to you, he did. But how many times do you think in your gameplay that you crossed somebody's path and you didn't know they were there? I think that all the time. All the times I could have died, but yet I kept going because they were like, he's not sitting still. He's not doing what I need him to do. So he can go. You are never safe in the Outlands, and this video just proved that. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see y'all in the next time. Until next time, peace.